In certain extreme situations, the law is inadequate. In order to shame its inadequacy, it is necessary to act outside the law. To pursue natural justice. This is not vengeance. Revenge is not a valid motive, it's an emotional response. No, not vengeance. Punishment.
Tonight we have a chance to say, yeah, you're right. We're too extreme, we're too wild, we're too out of control, we're too full of our own shit. Or we have a chance to say, hey, fuck you, you're wrong. Fuck you, we're right. Because you have all made it to the dance. Because believe me, this is the dance. Start the show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Steel Toe. Weren't going to do anything tonight. I did 4 hours on Misery Loves Company, but they broke the news in the middle of at the end of the show, and then we went on for another hour or two about, if you haven't heard by now, Nick Rekietas got his fucking family arrested and my wife arrested. Another thing that I will hold Nick Rekietas responsible for until the day he fucking dies. Which, if he doesn't get help, will be soon. That is, if he avoids a lengthy prison sentence, which he may not. Guns and drugs together, they don't fuck around on. Do not give that man his children back until he's gone to an extensive rehab. My thoughts on the matter. My phone hasn't stopped blowing up. I've talked to a shitload of people. The reason I'm here tonight is because there's going to be a shitload of people online doing streams, talking shit about people they don't know. And I figured at least I could be one voice of people that knows these people that the internet's going to be going after. And we could talk a little bit. So I've already seen people. I already saw one guy in the chat. And I know it's only one person. But they're like, oh, now he's whoring his life out. I just want to be one voice to set the record. I won't say straight, but I'm probably the closest person to the story at the moment. And I just wanted to do like an hour or so tonight and talk about this. It's fucking bizarre. It's bananas. First of all, the rumor going around that I had anything to do with this arrest is silly. But I will say that fucking Nick, who is the one who first gave my wife cocaine, fucking Nick again, showing what a goddamn genius he is. If you do a stream like that and you have a Kiwi Farms following and you have this following that he has that have turned on him, then you throw your fucking shit away. You throw your shit away. You had 3 days. I can see him being the kind of guy who will blame Kiwi Farms and blame everyone else for him getting arrested. They can't arrest you if you don't have drugs and a fucking gun in your house. They can't arrest you for that. But I could see him being the kind of guy to blame everyone but himself. Hopefully not, man. Fingers crossed. Hopefully he gets help. Hopefully he admits he has a problem. And poor Kayla and poor April. I look at their mugshots and I don't recognize them. I haven't seen them in 6 weeks. And in 6 weeks it got that bad. The woman I love. Love. She's not the same person. She's I'm going to say love because she's gone. That woman is gone at the moment. And she's been gone for a while. I don't recognize her in that picture, guys. I don't recognize her. Kayla, don't recognize her either. Nick's got a black eye. I'm guessing his wife hit him or threw something at him for being such a fucking idiot. Wouldn't be the first time. But I'm sure he's already working on rationalizing this in his head. One thing I'm fucking upset about is that I had to talk with my ex-wife today so her and I could make a plan that just in case if these three get out of fucking jail, they're not going to come and bother me or bother my children when they're with me this weekend. So now I've got to watch the fucking jail roster, see if they're in or out. And then Jim Florentine told me today when we were on MLC, he said, bail her out, do the last good thing, and then, be done with it. I haven't seen bail set yet. I'll take a look at it. I don't know. It's, I would, I guess, but it's a lot, man. It's my processor is working very slowly right now in my head. We'll go to you guys. We'll go to the chat, and we'll see what you guys are up to. We'll see what you guys want to know. We'll read, I think we'll read super chats and memberships. That's what we'll do for this one. So if you got something to say, put it in, because I already see a bunch of super chats and everything else in here. Probably won't be able to do just the regular chat. Probably going to be a little too busy. Gray Duckling with $50 says, no stickers for third this week. I guess I'm going to have to keep track of the leaderboard as well. Funeral director with $2 says, how pathetic and gay of her. Lame, big win, Aaron. This doesn't feel like a big win, guys. I was telling people that this is the worst fucking I told you so of my entire life. I don't feel good about this one. Fuck you, dude, with $2 says, so are we allowed to make jokes? You guys can say whatever you want. Funeral director, we already did that one. Beef broth based with $5 says, great job on MLC. I've never wanted to watch that show until tonight. Yeah, there was somebody who said they were a listener of MLC since 2016. And they said it was one of the best episodes. So thank you guys for enjoying it. So, we'll go over the mug shots in a little bit. It seems a little gratuitous, I understand. I hear Tim Pool is talking about it. Alex Stein is on there. I talked to Alex today, and let me say this. Alex Stein is a really cool fucking guy. Alex Stein is a solid dude. If you've ever wondered if Alex Stein's one of the good ones, Alex Stein is one of the good ones. Called me today. I missed his call. Feel like shit. But, this one sucks. Let's catch up on super chats, and then we'll go over some things here. I'm sorry for being scatterbrained tonight. This is a lot. There's a little bit of dose of survivor's guilt on this one, but I want to tell this audience that I fucking tried, man. I tried. Let me tell you one thing about addiction. People who don't want to admit they have a problem, you can't help them. And even if people want help, because I've dealt with both of those types of people in the last 6 months, people who don't want help, you cannot help them. Do not feel bad. You will. I'm trying to tell you not to. People who do want help, you can try to help them, but there's 2 steps to that. There's them wanting help and them working to get it with you. I feel terrible that I couldn't get anybody out. Then there was also the matter of the children. I have been in contact with members of the family. The children are okay and with relatives. I'm so happy for that. I'm so happy that those kids are not in the system right now. They are with relatives. I will not say whom. But as well as you can be in this situation, they're okay. And honestly, this is the best thing that could have happened to them. This is the best thing that could have happened to all three of them, because I'm telling you guys from firsthand knowledge right now, I could not help them. I couldn't. I tried. I couldn't. They have fucking crazy demons, as they say. This is the only way. If this works, then they'll look back at this as the best day of their life. It needed to happen to Nick. I know that. If Nick hadn't been arrested, Nick was going to die. At least they can't get drugs. I don't know. Part of me wants to contact every one of their family members and April's, Nick's, Kayla's, and just say, guys, can we just all agree to not bail them out and let them clean up? Might not be the worst idea in the world. They hopefully they can look back at this day as the day it all turned around. Because the next step is death. You die. I looked at April in that mugshot and she looked. I looked at pictures of her. I looked at our wedding photos before I came down here. It's just not the same person. It's not the person I went to the gym with every day. It's not the person I went grocery shopping with. It's not the person that I hung out with at the house and, you know, sat on the big cuddle recliner and watched movies with. It's just not the same person. Hasn't behaved like the same person for a while. And certainly doesn't look like the same person anymore. And the worst part is, not only could I not bring her back, I don't know if you could find that same person again if you tried. Whoever's going to come out of this is going to be a different person than the person I remembered. And that's a real shitty part of drug abuse. And if anybody has any questions, I can help you with what limited knowledge I have. The best thing I can do right now, the thing that would make me feel best, is to help other people with their experience with addiction and this kind of thing. I'm not going to say what it is, but there is a group I go to for people like that. I encourage other people, if they want to reach out to me privately, I will give them information and they can go. It's remarkably helpful. When I go to a meeting, I feel fantastic. When I don't go, I feel like shit. This isn't something you can handle on your own. Beef Supreme with a good point. You've never been an addict if you think you can just throw it away. Good point. You got me there. That you are correct. NYC Heckler with $4.99 says, not going to lie, I've been a hater of you and your show in the past. You really redeemed yourself. Hope you hit the goal. You deserve it, F. Carl. Thank you. Lance gifting 5 memberships. Thank you very much, buddy. Red Bar Scars Club with $2.99. Thank you. Thanks for the amazing week of entertainment. Hey, anytime, buddy. Scrolling. Jesus Christ. Let's just go through. Hey, Aaron, how about you just use the fan funding function, you fucking tard? Oh, was that a fake one? That $2.99 might have been a fake one, because I don't see it on the fan funding thing. Coniferous Co. with $9.99. Thank you. Pumpkin Popsums becoming a member. Toe Boys, lace up. Support this show. Funeral Director with $2 says, bet you'll sleep like a baby knowing she is in jail. No, not even close, buddy. $1.99 from Ted E. says, MLC turned you face. Who dethrones Cody? Damian Priest. Thank you. Funeral Director with $2 says, thanks for taking my jail cell advice for another stream, I think he said. Beef Broth Based with $5 says, great job on MLC. BJ says, Ape left the nest due to heat. You'd think she'd be more, or left the net due to heat. You'd think she'd be more streetwise on the net since Nick Rekietas had a huge target on his back and self-incriminated. Again, guys, you can't help people who don't want help. Funeral Director with $2 says she's not the same person she was. Don't bail her out. Do we have a bail goal tonight, says Ozone. Look, those kind of jokes are fine. You guys can make jokes. Who knows? Maybe you'll put me in a joking mood. Good old JR says, chances are the judges are out for the rest of the holiday weekend. Best thing for them. Best thing for them. CJ with $5. Can you shed light on how April went from no donuts to full-blown addict? Was she immediately hooked? How did it play out early on? By the way, props to you. We were all hanging out. Nick brought it out. Just, she did a little bump here. She did a little bump there. I did as well. I did a couple. And the only thing is I wasn't a big fan. And Nick, I'll say this about Nick. Nick makes it look cool. Hey, come on, I got a little container here. We can just he makes it look like it's a glamorous thing. Till you realize he's dropped down to a skeleton. And it's not so glamorous. And then not too long after that, I told her, I said, we got to not fuck around with this. I go, I don't want you fucking around with cocaine so much. And she goes, it's just a little bit. It's like that much. And I don't even do it that often. And it's fun for me. And you're just jealous that our friends like me more than you. And I told her, I said, honey, those lines are going to get longer and longer, and they're going to get more and more. They're going to get more and more frequent. And we had a giant fight about that. By the end of that fight, I was a monster. I was a piece of shit. I was garbage. And she left the house. One of a couple times she would leave the house over a fight about cocaine. At the end of which I would be a monster and an animal and a piece of shit. And I tell these stories because I hope they'll help someone, because I couldn't. I tried. I couldn't. I don't know how. I'm not equipped. And I would talk to Nick, which, by the way, big mistake. Nick rationalizes everything. Everything he uses, Nick's got an excuse. He's got a reason. He's got all of it. And I told Nick, and by the way, these are not in chronological order. These are just conversations I recall having. I would talk to Nick, and I would go, Nick, are you sure you guys aren't doing too much of that shit? I mean, it's early in the morning. There was one time where they'd done it twice by 8:30 in the morning. You know? There were times where it was just throughout the day. And I remember getting a kiss and my fucking lips turning numb. It's a heartbreaking feeling in the middle of the day. And I remember talking to Nick about it and saying, are you sure this is all right? I remember Nick ripping 2 massive fucking rails right in front of me, and I literally put my hand on his shoulder. And I said, dude, you need to fucking chill. I'm worried that you're going to fucking die. No, don't worry. It's okay. I read up about this a lot. I can show you all the literature and everything else. It's okay because it doesn't all hit you right at once. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Another time I told him, I go, this guy, like, I'm worried about this. I remember telling him one time, I go, my fucking wife is doing cocaine a lot, dude. How the fuck do we stop this? And he goes, you have to understand. Instead of going, holy shit, you're right. We've got families. This is a fucking problem. He goes, you have to understand sometimes people have stress levels that are up here and their minds can only handle this much stress. And then when you do the stimulant, it bumps you up like this and then you can handle more stress. I'm like, Nick, you fucking lunatic. Lower your stress levels because it ain't doing you any favors. I checked in with April last week. And I said, I just want to make sure you're safe. I want to make sure you're being healthy. I didn't say anything about cocaine because if you even mentioned it, it would, you're a liar, you're this, yeah. So I didn't even mention drugs. I just said, I want to make sure you're happy and safe. Everyone here is fine. Everyone is good. Everyone is great. We're doing good. I'm healthy. I'm the same person I always was. I'm like, that's not what I asked, but okay. I got a text from Kayla on Monday. And Kayla said to me, she goes, you were right. All of this stuff is destroying us. It can't be done. I guess society is right about some things. That was the exact text I got. Heartbreaking. I told April this weekend, I believe it was Sunday or Monday, I said, why don't you come home? It's not safe there. I got a text back that said, that will never be my home again. So that's why on the show I said, girls, if you're listening, get the fuck out of there. Get out of there. I don't know if, they were already arrested at that point or what. But they need this. I saw those pictures, man. They didn't look like that when I left. I was on the phone with a family member. I was on the phone with April's parents last night trying to, I was on the phone with her dad, trying to devise a way to, get her to Litchfield. So for the people who have been saying, Aaron, oh, you abandoned your abandoned, I'm doing everything. Up until yesterday, I was doing everything I could. I got a call from a family member of Kayla's. She said, what do I do? She said, you were a positive influence in there. What do I do? And I said, if you can get her away from him, if you can get her out of that house and to a neutral place, I will meet you. I will try to help. But you got to get her out of there because he's a fucking ringleader. He's got a lot of cult leader-like tendencies. And I think it's from the drugs and the drinking. I don't think it's him as a human being. The gaslighting you get from addicts is fucking unreal. Makes you question everything you know. And I said, if you get Kayla out of there to a neutral place, I will meet you. I will talk to her with you. But she'd have to go to some kind of facility or meeting or something like that right after that. I mean, they all did have family members that gave a shit. So, if anyone handling the internet is going, oh, Aaron, this must feel like you told you so, right? You fucking called it. You blah, blah, blah. There's not a part of me that feels good about this right now. Except the only thing that feels good to me is that maybe this will get them the help they need. Because especially Nick. And fuck Nick, by the way. Like, he introduced my wife to this and it took over. So fuck him, like, for the rest of his life. I will never be okay with that man again. Like, fuck him. Fuck what he's done to his family. Fuck him for that. Fuck him for what he's done to those children. And fuck him for what he did to my wife's future. Not that they all don't play a part for what they've done. But if the Rekieta household was run by Aaron Rekieta instead of Nick Rekieta, everyone would be a lot happier today. I can tell you that right now. You move the people in the Rekieta household into the Imholt household. Sorry, girls, there may not be a Mustang, but there'd be peace and freedom. I don't think they let you haul that Mustang into the county jail. Yeah, I'm mad. I'm pissed off. My wife and I, after our trip to Las Vegas this year, were on cloud 9. I don't think we'd ever been better. I was a little concerned that we did coke the night before we left. I didn't think that was a good thing, but we were away from it for a week. Went to the Vikings game, did all the things we love to do together. Went out to eat, went to the cigar lounge, played cards together, went to the Vikings game, hung out with all our friends, our real friends, and just had a great time. And when we got back, it was on like Donkey Kong, as they say. And the road to ruin began. Shit. Let's catch up with you guys. Coltrane with $2 says, don't look at my handle picture. It's look. Guys, I can't protect them. If you're sitting here going, oh, Aaron's going to be mad if I have mugshots as my YouTube handle. I can't protect them, guys. You guys all know the lies I told for these people for the last few months. Protecting them. I can't protect them anymore. BJ with $5 says, given the proximity between Spicer and Litchfield, was Ape using her parents' home as a base to move to and from to get her filled? No, she was just there all the time. Dr. Spergenberg with $2.79 says, for the goal, good job today on MLC. This is radio. Thank you. Alex Nerio with $4.99 says, oh, April, this makes me really sad. It's tragic. And people are saying, Aaron, I'm glad you got out and got your kids out. Well, yeah, that goes without saying, but that doesn't make this good. I would have liked to get more people out. Nick the Milkman with $5 says, Aaron, I hope you're looking forward instead of at the past. They chose their road and you chose yours and came out on top. Keep your head up, man. Cliff Dunnage says, no more hunting for Woods Girl. Felony. Well, she's a bow and arrow hunter, I think. I don't know. Funeral Director with $5 says, don't blame yourself for her actions. Be comfortable with yourself that you did your best and can't hold regret from not trying more. Great father, great man. Not a great father, not a great man, but trying to be one. Jeff Shepard, $1.99. Red Bar is watching. Fucking A. What's up, Mike? Mike? Oh, shit. I lost where all my super chats were. There we go. Dr. Chow says, likely their blow is cut with Fetty equals addictive. Oh, no, ask Nick. He buys the best stuff there is. Oh, no, you don't have to worry about that with mine. It's special. It's different. Everything with Nick is special and different. Addiction is special and different. That's for other people. That's for poor people, not for me. Aaron, drop me a link. We'll chat it out, says Ian Ellis. Sorry, buddy. Peter Sky Parker says, send white boy Rick the link. RIP Tech D. Brittany Boo with $5. I've got nothing. Just want to hug you and say we're all here to support you. Thank you. But don't support me and don't hug me. Think of the Rekieta kids tonight. Do me that favor. I'm not a victim. All right? I'm safe. I'm fine. If you've got any prayers to throw anywhere, you throw them to those 5 fucking Rekieta kids who are thankfully safe right now, as safe as they've been in years. But don't fucking, Aaron, sending best thoughts and prayers your way. There's 5 children in Minnesota right now that need your thoughts and prayers a hell of a lot more than I do. So don't give them to me. I'll be fine. Number 1, Josh Denny fan with $5 says the Red Bar Super Chat is the real Mike. Put him on the board, numbnuts. Well, then in that case, Mike David is in first place. You know what I'll do? I won't send Mike the $100 to Stoney's because he'll never fucking use it. If Jules or somebody would send me Mike's sizes and address I can send it to, I'll send Mike a bunch of merch. How's that? BJ says, chances of Ape doing a Henry Hill on Nick, serious questions, hashtag plea deal with $5. I'd tell her to rat him out, but she ain't going to listen to me. I don't know what there is to rat him out about. I mean, maybe they could give up their dealer. But with the gun charge, that's going to be fucking terrible. I taste my own pre-cum with $5, says, love you, Big Bird. Thank you. King of Clubs becoming a member. Thanks. Mr. Approachable with $5 says, are you ready to be done playing with the internet drama shit now? This is the type of friends that world leads to. We weren't doing drama shit when we met them. That was our wholesome hanging out with Chrissy and all them and Keanu and Gino. And they didn't have anything to fucking do with this at all. I'm saying like that was our friendly time. Pot Awful Crossover says, Bun Horse, not tonight. Not doing a crossover with Jesse tonight. Thank you, Chilino. Thank you, Goldfolds. Ray Pizzazz with one. I read that one. I'm vulnerable. $1.99. Pot Awful made me do it. He got me. $2 from Funeral Director. She sounds like a dumb crunt, terrible mother. That's not. $5 from Cheeseburger Pie. We've got your back, handling it well. To find out on stream, I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, I found out while I was doing MLC. $5 from Silence Do Good, who hates my guts, says, you are a monster. You dragged her into this world of Knicks to boost your career and then abandon her. Yeah, that's what I did. I drank with him after a comedy show. Then she started going up there hunting on his land. Yeah, I dragged her into it. CJ Brown with $2 says, you late April to this point by offering a bad life. Yes, of course. It's my fault. Adam Simon with gifting a membership. Jesse's covering this right now. Crossover says, Stribs, $2. I don't mind Jesse at all. I'm just saying right now, I'm going to kind of do this as my, like when the president addresses after we killed bin Laden, I'm going to kind of do it that way. $5, do a crossover with Jesse. Goldfold says, Red Bar is watching. Pot Awful. Sorry, guys. Stella with $2. Please cross over with Pod Awful. Sorry, guys. $5 from Garbanzo. You should do a crossover with Pod Awful and discuss all this insanity, Aaron. Abe, I'm capable of talking about it on my own. We'll have Jesse on another time. Abe Dobson with $4.99 says, Red Bar, I love you. Cerberus becoming a member says, first time I've been live in a while. I really hope they finally get the help they need. This whole situation is a complete clusterfuck. $6.99 from Jordan Vale. Goldfolds with $5. Thank you. Anything that's Jesse related now, I'm just going to read. Thanks for the super chat, blah, blah, blah. But if it says the same thing over and over, we'll just, you get it. What's his nuts becoming a member says, sorry for your loss, Aaron. That being said, they all made their bed. Don't kick yourself for not doing enough. Matt Fields with $5. Don't forget to forgive yourself. Zephod with $1.99. Thank you. Funeral director with $2. Thank you. Spectre with $5. Where did the money come from? Coke habit takes a lot of money. Was April doing things for the drugs? No, she was not. I can't say that Nick was greedy with his drug sharing. Coniferous Co. with $4.99. She is from Tweaker County. Makes sense. They were in a neighboring county jail. It was Day One with $2 says, you are 100% not a narc, Aaron. I believe you 100%. Yeah, I didn't call the cops or anything else. $2 from Ken says, you did the right thing alerting the authorities. You know. Curious Caillou with $2. This is all Ray DeVito's fault somehow. Does Nick have a girlfriend or wife you could bang while he's jailed? Jesus. Max Brengel with $2 says, what are you feeling the most at the moment? Shock. I'm feeling a lot of shock, especially seeing April's mugshot in just 6 weeks, how she does not look recognizable. Patrick with $10 says, Aaron, level with us. The emotional stream a couple of weeks ago, it wasn't really about how the internet treated April. It was about the drugs pulling her away, right? Bingo. Silence Do Good with $10 says, is the internet real now, Aaron? You called Red Bar just a drama show now, remember? But your life is drama because of your decisions. Red Bar is a god amongst men. Scars Club for life. Hi, Jules. Thanks, Silence Do Good, for the money. Reich Marshall Klaus Barbie with $10. Aaron, please remember this isn't your fault. Even with all the ribbing, we really do care about you and your family. I forgive you. The chat forgives you for trying to do the right thing. I know it's not my fault. That doesn't mean I still don't feel terrible for not being able to get people out of there. And not, but what? I hope none of you ever have to be faced with the decisions of this magnitude because it's fucking impossible. And again, we really do care about you and your family. I appreciate that. Take that care and give it to those 5 Rekietas kids who need your prayers right now. Nick the Milkman with $5. Killer numbers, record year. Johnny Chopsticks with $2. Can I get a discount on that April's Magic Bean coffee? Adam Simon with $10 says, you're doing the right thing. I like you even more now, Aaron. Thank you, Adam. Citizen M had his message deleted. I wish I could have read that. And then if you guys wanted to delete it, you could. I would have liked to read Citizen M's. Citizen M did call it. You got to give him that. He was an asshole about it, but he called it. Kyle with $2. Mersh is watching. $5 from Gray Duckling. You want to play some video games? Oh, sorry. Hi, Mersh. Steve H with $1.99. Was a fan. Wasn't. Now I am again. Good luck, bro. Thank you. Give that good luck to the Rekieta children. Anton Slavic with $5. I'm sorry you have to go through this. You and the kids are in my prayers. Say hi to Carlin for me. All right. Lossless with $2. Red Bar fears lossless. Fuck you, dude, with $2. Holy shit, we got Bin Laden. Sorry to spoil it for you. $5 from Walter Lippman. Anime sucks. Cope and Sneed. Curious Caillou with $2 says, you have rogue mods. Delete them all. Start over. BJ with $5. You tried, bro. If you were more forceful, it would have been kidnapping. You were less forceful. It's abject neglect. April's an adult. Remember that. Look, man, I couldn't do anything. It fucking sucks. I hate it. However, this is the best thing for them, and this is the best place for them. You saw Nick the other night. Kayla definitely threw something at his face. I 100% believe that. I believe that bruise is either from the cops arresting him or from Kayla. 100%. Jimmy I with $5 says Ray DeVito can squash all this. Also, are there any gyms in Minnesota that aren't Planet Fitness? Looking for Ray. Throbbin Williams with $5 says 1,400 viewers. Did you just break the record? Also, never get to listen live. Keep on keeping on, brother. Spectre with $2 says, has April called you from jail yet? No. Funeral director with $5 says it's about character. Jackie Martling was a cokehead and drunk and still worked splendidly. He could handle drugs and be influential. Nick and company can't. If Nick should go to prison. He'll get the help he needs in prison. I don't think anything but forceful incarceration will help him. The man is too fucking smart at rationalizing and all of that shit. I've seen it firsthand. There's no way Nick is going to get help without prison time. And it'll be the best thing for him, and I hope he gets out of it. And he's a changed man because he's got 5 kids. I'll hate his guts forever. I'll resent him forever for stories that, I guess, fuck it, right? Might as well. There's a reason I'll hate Nick forever. We'll tell that story some other time. Maybe we'll get to it at the end of these super chats. It has nothing to do with sex or anything like that. It's more has to do with fatherhood and shit like that. CJ with $10 says, what was the impetus for even trying it? Just trying to fit in? Kind of party atmosphere. You know, there's no good excuse. It's fucking shitty decision. I'll own that. Fucking shitty decision. Terrible decision. The other couple times I did it was because April said, oh, just come in while we're doing it, and I'll show you it's not so bad. You don't have anything to worry about. Jim Florentine and I were talking about this on MLC today. He goes, yep. I'll do a shitty Jim Florentine. But he goes, yeah, I had a girl who was a lot younger than me, and I wanted, she was hot, and you just, you kind of do it just to keep them happy. And he's right. And it's weakness, and it's fucking shitty. And if anybody, wants to write in the comments that I'm a fucking weak piece of shit for doing that, I agree 100%. That was terrible. Evil Gandhi, becoming a member for his 9th month, says, Aaron, this is basically, your own personal Fallujah. Soup Party with $5. Hipstar collab when? I don't know. Ray DeVito fan, you possibly took away the livelihood of a man and took away his kids because you couldn't satisfy your wife and you were too beta to fight Rekietas one-on-one? Oh, he thinks I called the police. Okay. Second, a Hipstar appearance, says beef broth based with $2. Crunchy with $5 says bail her out. Don't talk to her. She's a small town kid in a cult. Everyone deserves a second chance. She needs to go home. Absolutely. Stribs with $2 says, what would an arrested Jiminy Glick sound like? I don't know why. I can't get high-pitched for Jiminy tonight. I don't know. And I know you're fucking with me, but I'm still going to do it.
The thing is that sometimes you go and you do a little cocaine and it gets stuck in your nose on a stream. And then you wonder, you're like, do I have a little something on my nose? Is it because it feels tickly? And I don't know, I feel silly inside. Johnny Castile with $199. Johnny mad. He had a DJ gig today. $1,500. Hell yeah. Mike West with $499 says, very cool. You're being so open and honest. Jiminy Glick reacting to the arrests. Semper Reloaded with $499 says, I don't understand why, as the leader of your marriage, you didn't get out and your wife the hell out of Dodge the first time you saw this behavior. Yes, in December after we got back from Las Vegas, I did. We had a giant fight. Giant fight about it. Douche of the Dabbleverse with $2 says, this is the ultimate pimping of your wife. Yeah, okay. Fucking, all right. Funeral director with $2 says, do you think if Nick got jumped in prison, it may help? I mean, a dick in the ass turns everyone around a little bit, right? I mean, we'll see if that deposit I made to that guy's commissary went through or not by how Nick's butthole looks when he gets out. I'm fucking kidding. Bailey's in Soda with $9.99 says, this is an insane amount of trauma for anyone to process, let alone live and on stream. Please take care of yourself so you can be in the best possible shape for your kids. Yeah, this is kind of a getting it out kind of thing, so I can do that. I kept thinking about the kids tomorrow, and I was like, I feel like a wreck. Like, maybe if we get some of this out, I'll feel better. Spectre with $2 says, if April gets clean, can she move back in? I've got a lot of people who help me out a lot
getting over this who would be very upset. She is still my wife. I would say if she needed a place to stay, she could stay here, but not when the kids are here. That's the best I can do. If she's dedicated to getting clean, if she has nowhere else to go to get clean, then I'm not going to shut the door on her. I wouldn't shut the door on Kayla. Wouldn't shut the door on April. Nick will be in prison. Wouldn't shut the door on him. But they can't be here when the kids are here. You cannot trust them. They need years. Reichs Marshal Klaus Barbie with $2 says, so you're in hot water and under fire right now. Kotod with $2. Nick had sex with your dad? I mean, don't tell my dad that. He wasn't awake. $2 from Soup Party. Stop fearing the hip star every goddamn day and twice on Sunday. RV Rustbelt with $5 says, was Hete Ble Musu. Hete Ble Musu. I don't know. Involved with the Rekietas. He was the next one booked after them and has the same charges. I don't know who Hete Ble Musu is. I don't know that person. Ken with $2 says, don't worry, FOIA will reveal the 911 caller. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Well, then I'll be exonerated. Gray Duckling with $10 says, I like Minecraft or Call of Duty, but I'd play Bannerlord for a bit. $2 from CJ. Mind answering the rest of my last super? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I fucking skip some of it? Let me find CJ. Oh, willing to discuss if there was marriage trouble prior to it or how come her father wasn't involved earlier. Thank you for being candid. Once I failed, I kind of tagged in her parents. And I said, look, I failed for the last time. She yelled at me that it's not my home, blah, 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 blah. I wanted to get her back home without her parents knowing. But once I failed for the last time, I tagged him in. Number one, Josh Denny fan with $10 says, largest super chat in Steel Toe history. Doesn't get Mike and Jules on the board ASAP. What kind of show you running here? Sorry about the wife. Respect, brother. Thank you. Johan Naxos with $5 says, I wonder if they'll allow Rekietas ceiling cats visitation so Nick won't be lonely. Get that butt. Coltrane with $2. What does Gilbert Gottfried think of this? Nick Rekieta. No, sorry. What would Yoda have to say about all this, says Goat Scroat 199. $2 from Funeral Director. Do Dabbleverse roast of Nick while he's in prison. He's going to get roasted enough. Arcona with $4.99 says, get off the internet, you oaf. You brought this on and you brought April to the party. This is offensive. Get fucked. Los Federales with $2 says, I warned you about the swatting yesterday. You're welcome. Wait, you did it? The fuck? Road Doggy, $2. Do more impressions. You're uncanny. Suck my dick. Stribs with $2. What would Yoda berating Nick sound like? Your mother's cunt. Wildcard with $4.99. Sorry, Aaron, but some people got to learn the hard way. Drugs change people. Los Federales, $2. I just did that one. Vince Griswold with $2. Do you think April's making Pruno? Is that toilet wine? Willy Nilly with $1.99 says, so is this why she was sick for 2 months? Part of it. We were sick for about a week, 2 weeks, but then the sinus infections, the bloody noses, all that. That's what it is. John Myers with $4.99 says, detach and walk away, brother. You'll save yourself a lot of headaches and heartache down the road. Listening to Nick Rekieta flush out his fucking sinuses and nostrils is a disgusting sound I will never get out of my head. He did it all the fucking time. Just as fucking sound. Oh my God. And I'm just sitting there going, how can someone be doing this to themselves multiple times a day and think it's fucking healthy? Sandikin with $5 says, sorry to hear what happened, Aaron, but what does Vince McMahon think of this? Hate you. If this is Jesse, I hate Jesse. Disco Diggs with $5 says, what would Hank Hill sound like if he got arrested for drug possession? I mean, Jesse, I'll take the money, but fuck you, buddy. Donnie's Inferno with $4.99 says, no one can understand active addiction until you're in the throes of it. I hope you enjoy your little one's graduation tomorrow. You're a great dad. God bless. I'm a flawed dad, but I'm there. I'm getting there. Colin Madden with $2 says, what would Dusty Rhodes say? $2 from Funeral Director. 1, 5, 10, 20 years or life sentence for Nick. Opinion. If he can plead down the drug charge from a felony, and by the way, this is me talking completely out of my asshole. If he can plead down the drug felony and the gun charge, maybe 1 year. But if he can't, I would say between 5 and 10. Chris Dyer with $1.99. Hackamania VIP. Can you sell mugshot tees? Nick the Milkman with $5 says Macho Man explaining the addiction problems. Jordan Vale $2.79. Hulk Hogan impression. Bro Fister with $5. If you weren't clout chasing off Nick Rekietas, man, this would not have happened. But I guess Pod Awful made you do it. That's what I was doing. Right, we didn't do a comedy show together, go out drinking, have a great time, and go, hey, since we both live in Minnesota, why don't we hang out? You've got kids, I've got kids. Walter Lippman with $2 says, anime sucks, cope and sneed. Gannon Jesus Christ with $9.99 says, even though you are flawed, I appreciate your ability to say how you fucked up. I admire your ability to take this all in stride, something many men could not handle. Ironically, this could be your big break. Yay, this is my big break. I'm the Rekietas a fuck-up guy. Great, grand, wonderful. Beef Broth Paste with $5 says, here's to 500 more viewers than Nightwave. New boot goofing. Daytwa with $1.99. Can I have Gordy? No, he's right there. Good boy. Spectre with $2 says, what will you tell your kids about April's situation? My ex-wife and I talked about that tonight. Probably when we are at my daughter's graduation, we'll talk to the kids about it together. I don't know what to say. Maybe April's sick. I don't know. Gray Duckling with $2 says Ventura talking about seals doing coke. $2 from TVC says, this is radio. You think you can take Nick in a one-on-one? Oh, God, even Nick would say that. I'd fucking destroy Nick Rekieta. Give the man 50 pounds, I'd still bust him up. $20 from Silence Do Good says, don't hate you. You say old school radio talk, but I can't speak directly. Flipped her world upside down, act like a hero. You spin all to your favor. You say thanks for the money like it's an own. That's all you care about, fool. I mean, you are relatively obsessed with me, let's be fair. And you have dog shit takes. I'm sorry. I can't help you. K-Max McDonald with $5 says, what sentence would you hand to Nick if you were the judge, Aaron? What sentence to Kayla and April? I mean, is that a fair question? Because I'm biased. I would sentence April to rehab. I don't even know if you can do that. I would sentence her to rehab. Kayla, I mean, she's got the gun charge too. She's looking at jail time, 6 months to a year, if she can plead it down. Nick, 2 to 5. Funeral director with $2 says contacting, comforting Nick's mom may be beneficial. I'm not going to do that. Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla with 301 says, we need you to let us hear Yoda impress Pod Awful. Eat my ass. How's that? Thank you guys for all the super chats and everything else. Let's, I'll show you what I'm talking about here with the mugshot. It's on the thumbnail of the show tonight. But, this was so goddamn sad for me to see when the news was broken to us live on MLC. This one first. I mean, just how pale he looks. Looks a lot better than that stream, though. And he just looks fucking smug and shitty. And he just looks like everyone's wasting his time and just looks like a piece of shit in this. Then we go to the next one. There's fuck, that one sucks. That one's again, I don't recognize these people. Like even 6 weeks later, I just don't recognize. They look so different already. And then it's just not her. You try. And I did. I tried. I hate to use the term demons. It's such a fucking pro wrestling term, but you try and you're no match for them. Even fucking, telling her to go to her parents, like, hate me, think I'm a piece of shit, whatever you want, just get out of there. You can't drag them out by their fucking hair or by their hand or by their arms and legs. I mean, believe me, guys, I'm going to regret not doing it for a long time. But, the way she talked about drugs, the way she talked to me about it, this is the only thing that was going to help her. That's where she was at. This was the only thing that was going to help her, was this. God, it doesn't even look like my wife. Her neck is so skinny. Ugh. God, I want to go to my fucking pictures. And I just want to see my, pictures of her that I have. Just for an example. If I scroll, oh my God, it's got every show we've done as the thumbnail. Oof, this might take a minute. This might take a minute or two to find a decent one for you. So there's that mug shot. Oh, there's Gino at the football game. Here, we'll find a good one here. Oh, here's the anniversary show. Not finding one there. God, there's a lot of gay fucking pictures in here. God, did we really not do Twitter pictures at all together? Fucking ever? Well, I guess we're going to Facebook then. We'll find them there. But yeah, that mugshot, I don't recognize that woman. Looks like a totally different fucking person. Here we go. April and I before all of it. Just doesn't look like the same person. Fuck. I mean, I guess I can say she looks happier than a mugshot, right? God, the eyes are full of life. The smile is there. See, that's how I remember her. I remember her like this. That person, God, and there's my buddy Donnie. Or as someone says in the comments, white Josh Dobbs. That's very funny. Such a beautiful woman. Squeezing her tit at fucking stage door. And the great Izzy Presley right behind us. It's just a different person. Look at that fucking gay shirt. Right? I love that shirt. I can't wait to wear that shirt again. Right? I mean, just a girl and her dad out for a night. Just looks so much better, so much healthier. Oh, there's that fucking show where we met that cunt fuck. Just a nice, beautiful gal and her homely man. Yeah, the mugshot just does not. I don't recognize the person. Yeah, so they have no bail set yet. So, wow. So does this mean that they're going to be in there the rest of the time? So 10:03 for April. 11:30 for Kayla, 10:08 for Nick. So they might have just been booked differently. That doesn't mean they were arrested at different times. That just means they were booked differently, I believe. Yeah, intake dates. So they just, yeah, okay. So they got them all at the same time. They just didn't intake them at the same time. Okie doke. All right, guys. Let's go into the rest of these. Daughter's grad is hers. April should be a different day. Yeah, you know what? That is actually a really good point. We'll I'll talk to my ex-wife about it tomorrow and we'll figure out what we want to do. Day one with $2. How do you feel profiting off April's tragic downfall? Yeah, that's what we're doing. Everybody is fucking talking about this online right now. I at least wanted to get some fucking bird's eye view perspective out there before people start going fucking mental. Curious Caillou with $2. Now's not the time, buddy, but thank you. Dime Card says, how long were you living at Nick's home? We weren't living at Nick's home. Bigotry with 301. Oh, Bigotry is now number one on the board. Bigotry, you got to get in touch with me, buddy, and give me all your shirt sizes and everything like that. We're going to hook you up. Red Bar is watching Pod Awful, and Jesse is watching you. The greatest guy has your back in your time. If need be, advice or a good new co-host that won't leave you for powdered donuts. Urquit is the best person, but Scampus Aurelius is the most generous financially. Fuck my checking account. LOL Pod Awful 1. Ian Ellis with $1.99. Well, you saw Jesse. He has a drill now. He's a working man, not just a trust fund guy. I'm fucking with Jesse. Ian Ellis, BBL, Jesse can't donate more than Red Bar. $2 from Funeral Director. Will you confront Nick after his release? Vin MC, sorry. Will I confront Nick after his release? Hopefully they're all going to a facility of some kind to get clean. Todd Lorena, you almost, I got check swing. That was a fucking check swing, Todd. 199 says, wow, that's a great deal. Number one, Josh Denny fan with $5 says Red Bar mail address is on their website. Hope it's not Gildan. If it's iron on, you could be top of cheap champions. Anyway, whiteboard update. Now, just fucking give me a minute. Call your sponsor after this, please. Says Reichsmarshal Klaus Barbie, $2. Oh, it's not that. I'm in the other thing. But I don't want to say its name. Long Duck Dong becoming a member for 11 months. They got skinny because Aaron ate all the food. Beloved Chatter with $2 says maybe bad timing, but did the merch get mailed out? Yes. The VIP merch, no. The t-shirt merch from last week, yes. The supplier's still getting the order in for the VIP merch. Nick the Milkman with $5. It's time to downsize the mod population. Some are going overboard. All right, thank you for letting me know. Claire Stanhope with $2 from Mugshot looks hot, kind of badass, less forehead. Walter Lippman, $2. Anime sucks, Cope and Sneed ×8. Thank you for the ×8. Beluzier becoming a member for 24 months. 2 years of loyalty. I know shit's crazy right now. But when you want, we should go to Oak Hill for 18 on me. Oak Hill. Rice, Minnesota? If you want to go golfing this weekend, holla at your boy. I'm ready to do some golfing. Got a free 18 at Blackberry, though. Fucking cheapskate. Ethan Ralph is covering Nick Rekietas' downfall now as well. Would you ever stream with him again? I've talked to Ethan today. Cynthia with $49.99 says, thank you. Nick is a great dude. Gone off the rails. Watched his decline. Sad for your wife. Just hearing the news. Thank you for streaming. Thank you, Cynthia. Nick, when sober, is not a bad human being, but Nick was rarely sober these days. That's what I'll say. Trident gifting 20 memberships. Holy shit. Thank you, buddy. That's huge. Appreciate it. JC with $4.99 says, I don't watch the show for a couple months, and what the fuck happened? Right? You're probably wondering how I ended up here. Travis Ramsey with $2. Kids' grad day is hers and hers only. Please listen. Yes. All right, how's this? I'll downgrade it to the X and I will talk. CJ with $5 says, I'd love to take you golfing next time I'm in Minnesota, assuming you haven't completely written off hanging with strangers you've met online. Too soon? Don't start reporting channels. $5 from Nat Clove for posting the truth about Nick and April. I know it was you who narked. This won't end well for you, sir. No, I did not narc. Craig Nelson with $2 says, what happened with or role did Drex have in this? I've never met Drexel ever in my life. I don't know the guy. Never met him. He was never there. That's all I can do for you. No Drexel. I was going to come on for about an hour and just talk to you guys. You know, any questions you had, kind of work through a lot of this shit myself, I suppose, with you guys. Weeblord with $5 says, get him, Aaron. Glad you got out before things got so ugly. I'm not. I mean, I'm glad I'm out, but I wish I could have taken someone with me. I was on the phone with one of Kayla's relatives today, and we were planning, like, how do you help? You know, she asked me, she said, you've always been really good to them. You've always encouraged them to stop. How do we help them? And I said, we got to get her away from Nick, meet with her somewhere neutral, and get her to go get help. But you can't let her go back to that house. And I would have said the same thing to Nick. I would have said the same thing to April. I already talked to April's parents yesterday about getting her the fuck out of there. Wish you would have made that call sooner. Well, I mean, yes and no. I mean, I couldn't get her out of there, and I was trying up until Monday. So they probably wouldn't have had any success either. I mean, they would have definitely, she would have told them that I'm a liar and I'm a piece of shit and she's doing fine and I'm just making shit up. Again, the way they were, especially Nick and April, the only way this was going to get better was they get arrested. The Joel Hole podcast with $5 says, hey, Aaron, jury duty today. No coincidences, right? Anyways, have a good night. Jury duty today? I don't know what that means. You had jury duty? No coincidences. Oh, is this another one of those people who think I said something? I hate to be the joker, but I was right here. Who'd you leave him with? Number one, Josh Denny fan says, keep an eye on your accounts and let us know if you actually received that 301 from bigotry. No problem, number one, Josh Denny fan. I will let you know. We're all caught up. I think we're going to call it. I know I've got some people messaging me. They want to know if, I'm all right. I've got one text, you kicked Chad's ass. I mean, thanks. D-Lobs with $150. Thank you very much, buddy, over on PayPal. I appreciate that. Thank you, Cheese, for the message. Thank you, Lobs, for the $150. I know you don't want to time him out, but Citizen M was saying in the super chat that he blamed you for destroying your own family. Well, I mean, he's allowed to say that. I mean, I know what happened, so what you gonna do? You can't stop other people from having opinions. Brianna, thank you for the $15. Appreciate that. And I think that's everybody. Oh, wait, we got to catch up with a few more super chats. Empty house, go steal their recording equipment, says Curious Caillou. David Renfield with $5. Can we finally get the stories, couch, etc. you were going to spill before being sidetracked with chats? I mean, Nick brought drugs into my home after I asked him not to. One of the first times Nick was here, he did a bump off my kitchen counter, didn't ask, nothing. I looked him right in the fucking eye. I said, don't you ever bring that fucking shit into my house ever again. I have an ex-wife who, if she found out there was a speck of this shit in my home, would have my kids fucking taken away from me. Oh, I'm sorry. But he's so fucking booze and coked up that one day he fucking... And by the way, before anyone goes, hey, you piece of shit, I have talked to my ex-wife about all of this. She knows. She's very well aware. He brought it. He brought this big lockbox full of drugs into my home. Had it up in my upstairs bathroom. I was fucking livid. I called April. Downstairs. I go, they brought... Well, because Nick yelled, April, we made you one. And I called April. I ran upstairs quick. I looked in and I said, no fucking way. Went downstairs, told April. I said, I told them no fucking drugs in this fucking house. And April gave me the fucking, oh, yeah, I'll tell them. Oh, that's bad. And I'm just sitting there like, why aren't you fucking angry about this? Well, I mean, you know why she wasn't angry. And this is why I think I'll hate Nick forever, and also why I think he needs to go away. Either to a facility to get treatment or to prison. Kayla actually came and apologized and everything else. And then I go to the couch. And Nick had left a fucking bullet container of cocaine where my fucking kids were playing. I picked it up. I unscrewed it. I looked. I said, don't be. It was. I called April down. I said, everybody out of the fucking house. I showed it to her and gave it to her. I said, you take it up there. You get rid of this fucking shit. And then I texted her. I said, everybody out of the fucking house right now. You have no idea how fucking angry I am. April, and April was trying to balance between not hurting Nick's feelings, but being angry that her 4-year-old fucking stepdaughter was within arm's reach of it. on the couch. I was fucking incensed. I got the kids out of the fucking house. I'm waiting until their backs are turned, chucking shit. Oh, man, I was fucking mad. And of all the people to come out, you would think my wife would come out and try to comfort me and say, they're gone. They're out of here. This is done. She went up upstairs where Nick was. Kayla comes out to me, and I go, this has to fucking stop. Either this shit goes or I go. She goes, yes, it has to stop. I know it has to stop. Fights ensued. It was a crazy fucking night. I'll spare you guys the details, but I'll fucking hate the guy forever. For that and other things. For leading 5 kids in a home where he's doing that fucking shit, and every time someone tried to tell him something about it, he'd rationalize the fuck out of it. Where, I can only take Kayla's word for this when she said, hey, we're out. Let's not reload this shit. And him talking her into going and doing it again. He's the leader. He's the man, right? I'm a Christian man with 5 kids and I lead my house and blah, blah, blah. Well, great job. Great. Were you leading your house at 10:08 in the fucking morning, dickhead? Were you leading your house when you gave, people cocaine for the first time? Great job, asshole. Play some Third Eye Blind after the show. Liar, you let drugs around the kids. The fuck I did. The fuck I did, Travis. How fucking dare you? So that's, this arrest, it's funny because every time I fucking say, I'm not going to say anything, Nick does a live stream, forces my hand, now I have to say something. And then they get arrested. And I'm like, well, this is what they were up to. This is why they need so much help. This is why I'm so busted up over this. Davy Cakes with $1.99, incredible on MLC. Definitely should do MLC with Sorcerer. I'll think about it. I had fun on MLC. All right, guys, let's clear out of here. I'm sure the farms are very happy. Kind of needed this one a little bit to work through this a little bit with you. I appreciate you being here. I got a lot of people I got to get back to. Nick the Milkman with $5 says, what about the aggressively monogamous comment? Is there more to it? Yeah, we'll get to that another day. I wanted to focus more on the drug part today. I just want people to know how important it is that these people get the fucking help they need. Because I tried and I failed. Maybe the legal system can do it, can pick up the slack where I couldn't. But they need help. Especially Nick Rekietas needs a shitload of help. I don't think he understands how influential he is over the people around him. Davy Cakes with $4.99 says, you demand. Thank you, buddy. Yeah. Look, should I have called the police on him? Perhaps. I don't know. But, yeah, I love how people in the chat don't understand how some asshole bringing that shit into my fucking house, me finding out about it, throwing it the fuck out and getting them out of there, it's me allowing it? You guys are fucking retarded. Claire Stanhope with $2 says, do you regret swinging with pregnant Chrissy? Of course we didn't do that. Jesus Christ. All right, guys, we got to run. Thank you very much. Spicy Mustard with $10 says, with you, brother. All right, clear out the super chats. We're done. We appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. Trident with $20 says, did Nick get Kayla into drugs? They were doing this long before I knew them, so I don't know. Thank you guys very much. Appreciate it. We'll get out of here. Stream tomorrow morning, says Nick the Milkman. Yeah, probably. Probably stream tomorrow morning for an hour or two. And then I got to go to my kids' graduation. Talk to you later, guys. See you soon. Have a great rest of your night.